Hey guys, Slasher Movies 410 back again with another video. And for today's video, I'm going to be doing my Scream 5 or Scream 2022 predictions. I'm calling it Scream 5. I know a lot of people call it Scream 2022, but this is a direct sequel to the fourth movie. And I just hate calling it Scream 2022, so I will be calling it Scream 5. Uh, but, anyways, it's kind of going to be like a predictions video or basically what I want to see for the movie. But yeah, I did see the trailer. It came out on October the 12th. And I got to be honest, the trailer did not hype me up all that much. It was an okay trailer, but it really seems like they kept it to a bare minimum, because they want to keep everything a surprise, obviously. But as far as the tone and atmosphere goes, it just didn't remind me of those previous films whatsoever. And also, Marco Beltrami's iconic score was nowhere to be heard in the trailer as well, which was a huge disappointment. But anyways, I am still very excited for this movie. Ever since Scream 4 came out, I've always wanted to see a direct sequel, but obviously the iconic director Wes Craven passed away back in 2015, and he had Scream 5 and 6 planned, I believe, but obviously they scrapped it due to his passing. But there are two new directors that are going to be involved with this project, and they were best known for their work with the movie Ready or Not, which I have not seen, but I got very good reviews, and I should probably check that movie out before I go see this upcoming film. But anyways, these are my predictions. So basically, I think that Sydney, Dewey, and Gale are going to take a back seat for this movie. They're no longer going to be the main focus. Sydney, in particular, she isn't going to be the main character. She's just going to be a side character. But I do think she will have plenty of screen time, so there really isn't anything to worry about. And it would be cool to kind of see her work as like a crime consultant for numerous departments in California. And then I think that will factor into the plot somehow. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do it, but I'm really curious to see. And yeah, I remember her holding a stroller in the trailer at some point when she was on the phone with Dewey. So I do think she has a child. I believe that the father is not going to be acknowledged because they do that in a lot of horror movies. I'm not sure why, but the father is usually never addressed. Um, and I think that Gail, her character, is gonna host like kind of like a podcast. She's definitely gonna promote her book, the Woodsboro Murders, because she's known for doing that in every single movie that we've seen thus far as the sequels go. And she's really gonna dedicate to figuring out and theorizing current day crime scenes, and then eventually, she's gonna run into this new string of murders and get involved. And I think Gail and Dewey are going to be separated. I think they're going to be divorced, and Dewey's going to have trouble with the head department on controlling social unrest, and he's in danger of being removed as the sheriff rank, I guess you could say, because it was confirmed that um, I forget her name, but the woman from Scream 4, she wasn't the sheriff at the time; she was just the deputy. But Hicks, that's right, Hicks. Yeah, she's gonna be in this movie, and she's gonna be the new sheriff because I watched or I didn't watch. I saw a promotional image of her, and the badge says sheriff, so that answers the question right there. And yeah, they're gonna get involved somehow. I'm not exactly sure how they're gonna get involved, but we shall see. And also, as far as the meta element goes, I think Stab, the movie itself, the movie within a movie, isn't gonna be addressed, but I do think that there's gonna be a Stab reboot, which will bring up like a subplot about the existence of reboots and everything like that. And that's going to be the main theme of this movie is reboots. So I think that'll be really interesting. And I also think the killer will be using new technology, of course, especially since the trailer, the girl Tara was being interrogated by Ghostface, and it looked like he hacked into the alarm system of the front door. So that's going to be really interesting. And I really think it would be neat if the killer utilized using live streams during the murders, because, as you all remember in Scream 4, Jill Roberts and Charlie Walker uh, utilized, I think it was live stream footage, I believe. I'm not sure. But again, I think they're going to do the same type of thing for this movie. And, Sydney's going to be called back to Woodsboro by Dewey, and a new string of murders will take place. And all that stuff. So yeah, and I also don't think Ghostface is gonna go after Sydney intentionally, but uh, he'll end up finding her indirectly. That's what I honestly think. And also, in my honest opinion, I think one or two characters outside of the big three will return. It would be really nice to see Kirby back. She wasn't announced for this movie, but then again, if they were to bring her back, I think they would keep it a surprise because at towards the end of Scream 4, she was stabbed by Charlie Walker, but it looked like she was still breathing and she was bleeding pretty heavily. So it would make sense that she was taken in an ambulance and back to the emergency room and everything like that. So it's definitely plausible that she could survive. So yeah, I mean, I think Kirby is definitely a safe choice. I would love to see her back. And also, there's a rumor that Randy's sister is supposed to make an appearance in this movie, which would be interesting. We did see her appear in Scream 3, where Randy did his little legacy video that, that was presented, and Sydney and Dewey and Gail saw that. But yeah, if they were to bring back Randy's sister, I mean, I think she's the killer. I mean, there's no question because it's like, why else would they bring her back? It wouldn't make much sense, for her to come back at all because, she was never really involved with the murders in any way. I mean, Randy, her brother, was killed off, and maybe that triggers her and she's angry and just wants revenge. It's definitely plausible, but again, it's like, why didn't she do that in the previous films? Why didn't she come back in the previous films? But yeah, since she's in this movie, there's a good chance that she could be the killer. Now, the big question is how many killers are going to be in this movie? This is tough to say, but based on all of the promotional images and stuff that they've released, they're advertising it like it's one killer, um, which is interesting. But again, they could always do three killers. In my opinion, I think that's a little too much. I really don't think that there should be three killers. It's just kind of pushing it. But then again, you never know what they're going to do for this new one because again, it's by new directors. This isn't Wes Craven's movie. This is their movie now. And also, I think the main girl, Sarah, in the beginning, I think she's could have survived the opening kill because that hasn't happened in a Scream movie before, and it would be very neat to see because we've never seen that, and there's really a lot you could do with that. And at one point in the trailer, you could also see somebody on a wheelchair, and I really think that's her. So I definitely think she's could have survived the opening. Now, I've been looking at the cast for Scream 5, and a lot of names caught my eye, especially Mason Gooding's character. He's playing Chad Meeks, and then also there's a woman by the name of Jasmine Savoy Brown, and she's playing Mindy Meeks. Now, this is really interesting. Now, are these two related to Randy in some way because they do have the same last name. If you all don't know, Randy's last name is Meeks. So these two are African American, and Randy's obviously white. So I'm really not sure how this is going to play out. Maybe they're distant cousins or something like that. I'm really not sure. But yeah, I can't wait to see how that plays out. And also, Marley Shelton's coming back as Deputy Judy Hicks. She's definitely going to be the new sheriff because that was confirmed by the little promotional image that I saw. So yeah, and again, I don't know anything about the characters because I've not seen the movie. Obviously, I'm actually going to see it this Friday, and I'm really pumped. Now, based on what I've seen in the trailer, uh, Melissa Barrera's character, I believe, Sam, I don't know. She just gives me an uneasy feeling. She could potentially be a killer. I'm not exactly sure. But again, if Randy's sister is confirmed to be in this movie, I have a feeling it's going to be her wanting revenge for I mean, obviously it was out of Sydney's control and everything, but her brother was killed as a result of getting involved with Dewey and Gail's investigation in the second movie. So it's definitely possible that she could be the killer. Now, as far as flashbacks goes, um, it's definitely possible that they could do flashbacks. They would have to de-age Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich, obviously. Billy and Stu. They could definitely do it, but would I like to see it? Probably not. Because we already know how it went down. Because at the end of the first movie, where Stu is giving his motive, he explains how he did it. So I think it's just better if we don't see it because, he already explained it. So there's really no point. And also, the official Scream Movies account posted something very interesting on Twitter. They posted 7 drips of blood, the little emojis. And my girlfriend actually pointed this out. I didn't even think of it when I saw the tweet, but I definitely, I agree with her. I think there's going to be 7 kills in this movie, hands down, because there's no reason for them to be posting that. It's definitely like a little hint of what's to come. Also, as far as the original trio goes for this new movie, I think Dewey is definitely going to die by the hands of Ghostface. And the reason why I think that is because at this point, Dewey's just been through a lot. He's been stabbed a total of 9 times throughout the series, and he also has that limp. And I just don't see him living past this movie. So if they're definitely to kill off a main character, Dewey would definitely be that character. So, guys, that pretty much wraps up my Scream 5 predictions video. Let me know what you think of my predictions in the comment section below. Again, I am very excited for this movie, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say about it. And I will probably be doing a review of this movie, and then I'm going to rank all the Scream movies. And again, I kind of want to rebrand my channel. I'm still going to do mask videos and costume tests and all that stuff, but I kind of want to branch out and do more movie based reviews. So that's definitely coming up sometime after this movie is out and after I review it, of course. But I'm probably going to start off by um, doing a Scream 5 review, and then I'm going to go do Halloween Kills, and then the new Candyman, all the most recent horror movies that I've seen. And then I'm going to slowly digress into the old stuff and start reviewing old horror movies. So, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to hit that notification bell, and I will see you later with some more videos.